Alright, people, today we're gonna do something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. But first, I wanna say a huge thanks to Cookie on the Church of God forums. I think it's a he. I'm not sure. It's mysterious, like Dustin himself. But I think it's a he. He went through all the trouble to obtain the footage, the unaired police interview footage of all predators in Kentucky. There's Jeremy Todd West, I think it's his name, the guy who said he didn't want to talk, the guy who had to pee. But all the other guys, we got Michael Patterson, Dustin McPhetridge, John Elliott, that guy. Thank you so much, Cookie. Thank you so much, Tix, for hosting the videos. Amongst the new footage that we have, we already had Lauren, of course, but amongst the new that we have, this is my favorite. It's Dustin McPhetridge. We're going to listen to it. First thing I want to say, no offense intended in that video. I'm going to use the word retard a lot. I'm not trying to make fun of handicapped people. My cousin is actually paralyzed from the waist down, so I'm definitely not making fun of those people. I'm making fun of Dustin because he's a fucked up, perverted piece of shit. So without further delay, let's go analyze the famous interview with McPhetridge. I have to say, amongst the new interview that we got, this one is definitely my favorite, I would say. The next, I would say, it's a tie between John Elliott and Michael Patterson. Those interviews are awesome. If you watch John Elliott crying, like, I wish you were a therapy. But this one is too goddamn awesome to ignore. So first thing I want to say, look at this fucker. Look at this fucking retard, the way he's standing. And Tix on the forum says he's holding his cane like a shield, but look at how he's holding his head. Like this sums up, like this facial position sums up everything I think about Dustin. It's like, oh, look at this fat, ugly, disgusting piece of shit. Like, he not only has cerebral palsy, but he's also obese. His dressing is horrible, and all this wouldn't matter. I wouldn't make fun of his clothing if he wasn't a stupid, disgusting, perverted, manipulative piece of shit child rapist. But the way he stands right now, it sums up everything there is to know about Dustin. And that cop looks at him like, man, I'm sure the mother regrets not aborting him. Like, honestly, like if you see that baby being born, you're like, oh, damn, I wish he died, They say that every mother loves her baby, but there are always exceptions to every rule, and Dustin is that exception. So anyway, let's go.
I got an interviewer who's going to come in here and talk to you in private.
And now, one thing I realize when I look at this interview, okay, I have to say this about handicapped people. People who have a physical handicap want to be treated like everyone else, and they have the right to. I support that 100%. I mean, mentally, they are like you and me, Their mind is like mine, and, well, that's not sounding right, but inside their head, they're all right. They're a normal human being, and they are fighting, and they fight to be treated equally. And I admire that fight. They are 100% right. However, I hate when somebody that's handicapped tries to use his handicap to gain favor and sympathy, okay? Like, you cannot do both, okay? You can either play the handicapped people like, I'm handicapped, poor me, treat me like I'm inferior to other people because I have handicap. Or you can say, no, I want to be treated like everyone else. But if you want to be treated like everyone else, you have no right to use your handicap as a way to attract sympathy or pity. And Dustin is going to do just that. He's going to be like, oh, I'm a parasite. I feel bad. Let me go. He's going to use his handicap as an excuse to attract sympathy, and hopefully they'll let him go. I mean, it worked once before. Once before, he wasn't talking to a young girl, and the family wanted, like, he talks about that with the interview with Chris. He's going to talk about it now, but he has already been hitting on young girls. And the family said, they wanted to press charges, but Dustin managed to get away with it. And instead of learning from his mistake and saying, like, man, I'm never going to do that again, I could have gone to jail for a very long time. Instead of doing that, he just continued hitting on little kids. And this time, he's trying the same routine, like, I'm a poor guy with cerebral palsy. I have my cane. My shoes are not tied correctly. I'm a poor person. Feel bad for me. I hate when somebody does that. With this cup, Dustin is going to have less luck. Last thing I want to say about Dustin, although I like to call him a retard, he's actually pretty damn smart. At least when compared to the average predator, he's intelligent enough to see where the cop is trying to go. Like, the cop doesn't give a shit about him. The cop is gonna go like, you're my friend, blah, blah, blah. But he's really trying to get him to confess. And Dustin kind of realizes that. But at the same time, you want to play the victim. You want to play the, I'm a poor man, let me go. So, you know, if you want people to feel bad for you, to feel empathy for you, you kind of have to go along. So he's still going to end up confessing, even though he knows what the cop is going to try to do. So let's study that retard. Oh yeah, I want to say, here he's clearly acting, and he's acting distraught. Look at his body expression, the way he moves there. He's like, oh no, what? Look at how. Oh no, an interviewer is coming. Oh, I'm a poor person. He's trying to look pitiful, and on a less experienced cop, it might have worked. Look at the black cop, doesn't want to look at him. I get you, Mr. Cop. If I was with Dustin, I wouldn't want to look at him, you know? I would be like, you know? Now he looks away like, man, I'm not going to be able to eat dinner tonight. I'm going to think about that fat piece of shit. And, you know, he's very relaxed, but I guess he's not afraid that Dustin's going to jump on him. What is he going to do, realistically? What could Dustin do? Like, hit him with his cane? I'm not even sure the cop would feel it if Dustin hit him with his cane. It would be like, what are you trying to do, sir? I'm gonna take you down. Fucking retard, Dustin. I'm gonna turn my. Okay, let's go. Look at how he's trying to look. I'm a poor person. I'm so sorry. And when you listen to the Dustin McPhetridge interview with Chris, he's such a pervert, a disgusting creep. Look at how he tries to look like. Oh.
It gets worse.
What did he say? I talked too much. Missed it.
It gets worse.
I don't know what he said. Towards. And the black cop is like, man, I want to get out of here.
I've never imagined hurting anybody.
I've never imagined I would hurt anybody. And I wish the cop said, oh, my poor man, you're handicapped, so we're going to let you go. You know, you have cerebral palsy, you poor man. We're going to let you go. It's no big deal. You never meant to hurt anybody. Like, I wish it was a valid defense. Like, you go outside with a shotgun and you shoot like 10 people, and then they arrest you and they send you to jail, and you're like, I never meant to hurt anybody. Oh, you didn't mean to do it. Oh, okay, it's okay. You can go, sir. You're free.
Imagine I'd be arrested.
I never imagined I would be arrested. What the fuck? No. I never imagined I would be arrested. I committed a crime. I never imagined I would get arrested.
Police station.
The cop doesn't give a shit. And this is like the camera, like, what the fuck is that cam? It's huge. There's like a light here. There's a flash. There's a big mic. And that's some high quality equipment. Just when you look at that mic, you know it can record sound way too well. You know, it's like amazing recording. Even an open air setting like that, you know, the sound's gonna resonate on the wall. It's gonna create some echo. You know that mic is amazing. But this looks like a cam that is worth like $50,000 at least. And now he films Dustin like, what the fuck? Like, what? Imagine you get arrested and there's a big cam, not just a little cam, a big cam worth tens of thousands of dollars. Dustin looks stunned, you know, astonished. He looks astonished. Hello? Hello? This is awkward, you know? Like, hi? I better keep playing my act of feeling bad. I'm sure you'll let me go after that. Now the camera leaves. He sighs. Oh. You know what I would do if I was the cop? I would say, okay, Dustin, I'm going to cut you a deal. If you can do 5 push-ups, we're going to let you go. 5 jumping jack. And this is the cop. And that cop is amazing. People talk in comment and they say like, you know, I know this guy is an amazing interviewer. He's a very good interviewer. He's excellent, in fact, and he's kind of funny. And he has a weird tactic to interview McPhetridge. Like, I don't want to give him too much credit because, very honestly, I could have interviewed Dustin McPhetridge, provided that I could hold back the vomiting. But I could have gotten a confession out of that guy. So it's not really a big deal to get a confession out of Dustin. But the way he's gonna do it is so fucking funny, and he deserves an A+ just for that. And this guy's gonna make some weird jokes. He has a kind of presence, and the only person in my life that I feel looks like him, because the way he's gonna interview, he's got a lot of presence in the room. Like, you can feel he's not really charismatic, although he is. He has a presence. He has a personality. This is the kind of guy that chicks digs, because he's a cop, and he's a senior cop. He's not like a rookie, and also because he has a presence. He's not intimidating, he's not charming, but somewhere in the middle, you go to a bar and somehow you look at him. That's how that guy is, and he's so fucking funny. And he's actually very renowned. Like, he's renowned as a very good interviewer. This is not the interview where he's going to shine the most, because again, anybody could get a confession out of Dustin. Just take his cane away and say, Dustin, you're stuck here. I can't believe I'm here. And if I was a police interviewer, my strategy would be completely different. I would be much more mean. I would be like, I can't believe I'm here. Well, start believing. That's what I would reply. And look at the cop when he comes in. This is like a tactic. He looks in and he looks very uninterested in Dustin. Like, instead of sitting right away and talking to Dustin, he's gonna go around and pick some paper and do some shit. Like he's not important. Like he's no big deal. Like he's not like relevant. He just walks in and he just like start doing some shit. He ignores him. Look at that. He's like, oh, hey Dustin, gonna place those paper here. Place those paper here. Take that paper again. Like, why did he do that? Why would he place like one piece of paper here, the rest here, and then he picks some more paper and he places it at the same fucking spot? Like, why not just place everything on that table, the table we don't see on the bottom? Why not just place everything there right away? Why go through that routine of... Because he want to show Dustin that he doesn't give a damn about him. And he, look at what he does. Comes in, hi Dustin. He plays some sheets there. Then he plays all that here. And he picks that up again. He places here. Like, why would you do that, bro?
Stuff happens.
And he's like turning to Dustin. He's like, oh yeah, well, stuff happened. Like it's nothing, dude. You're gonna go to jail for 5 years, and this guy just comes in like, hey Dustin, yeah, why stuff happens, and he even scratches his butt, like it's like it's not formal. Like, yeah, I'm gonna scratch my butt. It's no big deal. I'm not a mean guy. I'm just like a guy that just walks in. Like, I could serve you coffee, basically. And he's not being submissive to Dustin the way he acts. And look at how he has 2 bottles here. Like, oh yeah, that's how I normally walk. Like, I have 2 bottles of water in the side pant of my cargo pants. I love this guy. But the routine he comes in is very good to show that it's not a big deal, to show that he's not mean, not threatening, but also not submissive to him. And that's his strategy. It's kind of chaotic, but a good chaos.
I've never heard anybody.
Shakes his hand. Look at how he's leaning forwards like that. He looks like a businessman. He looks like somebody that is, the way that he's standing to the side like that, and he's kind of leaning towards that. Looks like a good friend trying to sell you some encyclopedia. And look at how Dustin holds the cup's hand. He's really trying to look pitiful, like the weak hand like this, like the hand is weak. I'm sure that Dustin could actually shake your hand correctly. He's doing that on purpose, like he wants the cup to be like, man, that guy is, his hand is paralyzed. Poor guy. He's a poor paralyzed predator. Look at how he looks. He looks like a fucking retard. But no offense to people who might be listening to this and have cerebral palsy. I'm just making fun of him because he's a pedo. And he has the badge here, but it's kind of innocuous the way it's played. So he looks like no big deal. One hand behind. So he looks kind of charming towards Dustin. It's like, and Dustin is like, I never meant to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not saying you're hurting anybody.
Yeah.
Just slow down. I'm going to have to get some information from you, okay?
I don't.
You know who I am?
No.
And you're sitting here telling me your whole life story. Just hold on.
What a joke. You know what I am? No. And you're right here telling me your whole life story. Like, he looks like the kind of, everybody has that kind of guy in their family, like an uncle. And he has, when you're a young kid and he has like some magic tricks, like some kind of mentalism. That's how he strikes me. He strikes me as a mentalist. He does some mentalism trick on him. Like, you're here telling me your whole life story and you don't even know who I am. He's a kind of uncle that is like charming in a playful kind of way. This guy, he could go to a bar and there's a girl and he's like, he could charm her easily because he's at ease with people. He has a very high social IQ. He's very good socially too. Even though he's not brawny or tall or strong or rich, he has a natural charm. He's very charming in his manners.
One sec, okay?
I'm too honest about everything, sir.
I'm too honest about everything. Begin charm operation. They're gonna let me go with a warning.
Well, we'll get a chance to talk all about
I
all
mean,
that.
you can see that.
You want a water?
No,
Okay.
I'll probably throw it up right now.
Well, it's there if you.
You want your water? No, I'll probably throw it up. You know, that happens all the time when I drink water. It makes me want to throw up. I wish that if I was that guy, I would say, no, the water is not going to be making you throwing up. Facing 5 years in jail is going to make you throw up.
Well, just relax, man.
And look at how he sits. He looks like he's sitting in a big sofa. Like, it's so slow. It's such a calculated approach. And he's so slow sitting down. Now he has his pen. He's going to use the pen to generate anxiety. And, you know, he has to make him sign like a renunciation to his rights. That must suck for a cop, you know. Like, you know that the guy can just say, no, I want a lawyer, and this is the end. And you're like, you're fucked. If somebody tells you that and you're a cop, you're kind of fucked. Like, you cannot even say anything anymore. So Dustin only has to say one word. Lawyer, and it's over. And Dustin knows that way, but he doesn't want to say that because he's convinced that if he talks about it, they're going to let him go.
Relax, okay? Just calm down.
The way he says relax, it has the opposite effect. Like, relax, relax. You know, he's trying to stress him out.
All right?
Well, I mean,
We're just going to talk a little bit, all right? I'm going to get some information from you real quick.
like the Dateline NBC guy, I told him.
Well, I'm not with Dateline,
I'm an
okay?
idiot.
I'm not with
idiot.
Dateline. My name
Yeah,
is
you
John,
are.
all right? My name is John.
First name basis. My name is John. I'm not Officer Kayla, you know, I'm John.
John Dudensky.
John
Kentucky
Dudensky.
Bureau of Investigation, now the Attorney General's office, okay? I'm an agent, and which means I'm a policeman, okay?
I know.
Ain't no reason to be all
You see, that guy is actually pretty smart. Like, oh, I'm a cop. I know, you got KBI on your back, and I'm in a police station, and there's a guy talking to me. He's probably a cop, you know. Who else could it be? Like the janitor? Like you're in a police station and janitors comes to you and start talking with you like, hello, my good sire.
nervous or anything. All we're going to do is we're going to talk. I'm going to get your name and stuff, all right?
I'm just.
All right.
The reason I'm nervous is because, honestly,
Oh,
this can kill my mama.
my mom. You know, if I was Dustin McPhetridge's mom, I would take a knife and stab myself in the vagina. It would hurt, but it would hurt less than having another kid and potentially having another. Okay, I said too much. Let's keep going.
But I'm an only child.
I'm an only child. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I wish the cop says, oh, damn, you're an only child. Oh, okay, so you can go home. Like, why were you saying that? You know, why'd you say, I'm going to break my mama's heart? I'm an only child. Her only child is going to be a sex offender and a felon. And, you know, if I was the cop, I would say, well, Dustin, maybe you should have thought about that before trying to rape a kid, don't you think? But, you know.
Well, let's do this. You sound like you want to talk to me, okay?
Oh, that's an
I want to
NLP
hear what
technique.
you have to say, but until I tell you this, we need to.
Did you notice how the cop jumped? He was about to take information from Dustin, like what's your name, address, and all that. And suddenly he goes, okay, this is the perfect timing to make him renounce his rights. That's a good, he improvised there. That's like, okay, he seems like you want to talk before he changes his mind or he goes to another state of mind. Before he starts crying and he doesn't want to talk to me anymore, I'm going to make him sign the renunciation of his rights. So he knows that this is the perfect time to make him sign that. And he's very calm about it.
I don't want to go to jail because I can't.
I don't want to go to jail. And I wish the cop said, oh, don't worry about it. We only send people to jail. We only send people who want to go to jail. So if you don't want to go to jail, you're not going to go to jail. I wish the legal system was like that. Like you get arrested, you're like, sir, do you want to go to jail? No. Okay, we'll have to let you go. I don't want to go to jail. And the cop should have said, like, I understand you, Dustin. I don't want to go to jail neither. But fortunately, I'm not a child rapist. So I'm not going to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail.
Deal without having the jail.
I understand that.
Because, I mean, I can't walk without this.
I can't walk without this. Fucking Dustin. I can't walk without this. What the fuck does that have to do? Like, damn, you can't walk without this. We cannot send him to jail. I wonder if he kept this cane in jail. Probably, you know. I mean, it's not like Dustin is dangerous even with the cane, you know. This is the one prisoner that even if you leave the door open, he's not gonna escape. Like, they didn't even handcuff him at all, you know, because he's not, unless Jeremy Todd West, who was handcuffed during the whole interview, the chances of him overpowering you are pretty much zero.
Understand? Okay.
I understand, but I don't
Before
give a
asking
shit.
questions, you gotta
Okay.
know your rights, okay?
I was gonna read his
You have
rights.
the right to
I'm
you
gonna skip.
understand that you can stop talking at any time you want to.
And he
You
does
can
a
have an
nice
attorney.
job.
You can have an attorney with you.
Look at how he's standing, very demeaning, very threatening the way he's standing. And he's using that to increase anxiety so Dustin will sign. And it will work.
Question. It's 11:09.
Yeah, I forgot it's the time change.
I forgot the time change. And the cop should have said, Dustin, I think this is the least of your problem. I forgot the time change. Oh, you forgot the time change? Oh, that means you didn't commit a crime. Or the cop should have said, like, don't worry about forgetting the time change, Dustin. You're not going to need to know the time for the next 5 years. They're going to change the time at the clocks in jail for you.
We're on Central Time.
I'm an idiot.
I'm an idiot. I know you are, Dustin.
I did a lot of wrong. And
This is the kind of kid in high school, okay? It reminds me of somebody in high school, like a kid that does something really wrong. Like I'm gonna give you an example from my life. There's a kid who he threw shit on the walls in the bathroom, and usually people who do that rarely get caught. But that guy got caught because the principal decided he was gonna catch the culprit. Like it's pretty hard to find out who did that. And anyway, the principal managed to find him. And when the guy was caught and he went to the principal and he says, like, I'm an idiot. I know that because I had someone that was working like an assistant and there were rumors like that she was spreading. And she said, like, the guy was like, I'm an idiot. And the guy was hoping that the principal would let him go. Like, oh, okay, he regrets it. I'm going to let him go. It's not a big deal. But in my case, the guy got expelled. So good fucking riddance.
Okay.
But he's trying to be very submissive so that they'll let him go. Like, okay, he's not a bad guy. I guess we can give him a chance.
If you understand your rights, as I've read them to you, if you'll sign right here for me.
Oh no, not signing something. That's too hard. That's a violation of the 8th Amendment because like signing it. I would like to see Dustin's signature. Like. And look at how he's trying to take the pen, like leaning so aside to look even more pitiful. Look at how handicapped I am. Feel bad for me. Let me go.
Signature.
I don't even want my water. I'm gonna throw up.
it's like I've ever done.
I've never done anything like this before. Okay, we're gonna continue in 2 minutes.